Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Naval Dreadnoughts and the Dutch campaign. It's a few years after the end of the last episode. Bizarrely, Leviathan, Behemoth, and Kraken are starting to commission. I've ordered another one, the Gargant. I'm going to continually produce these ships, pretty much. But I did want... Well, I need to do a bunch of refits as well. But I wanted to have a look at the assault battleship as well to see if we can build something on it, because there have been some improvements, I hear. Yes, towers without barbettes. Perfect. 24 base accuracy. Yeah, these are still better, but those barbette... Oh, that one looks a bit higher. Nah, it's still too low, though. It's a shame, because they're a cool shape. It just... That's such a low barbette. 29? 27. Go with this one. Go with this one. That looks good. So these would be what? 60,000 tons, potentially? They're a little bit on the slower side is the only thing. If we could get them to 30 knots, that would be a big deal. We'll have to go reduced draft though. Let's go for 55,000. We'll need a thinner tower. Yeah, that more would be better, but doesn't fit. We'll go for the main control tower 3. Thank you, by the way, Rocket, for adding some more towers. Such a long ship as well. Maybe I do want just a short, much shorter ship. Kind of second class battleship, slower, smaller. Geez, 14.7. These towers are absolute garbage on a battleship, so we're going to go with this one, even though it's not very good either. Let's try with steam first of all. Ooh, funnel complex, cool. But that is exactly enough at 43%. Alternatively, we could get gas turbines at 45%, or diesels at 42%. But I would need a bigger funnel. I think then we're best sticking off. Best off sticking with good old steam with a diesel electric auxiliary system. Balanced. Right, guns. 16s perhaps? Or maybe, I mean, we could try for 18s. Oh, it's limited to 18s as the biggest gun it's allowed to fit. Interesting. So 16 looks like that, and an 18. Yeah, the 18s are they're I think they're too much. But we could get some more 16-inch armed ships in. And that's no bad thing. We could go with something like that. Yeah, I think that's a good base. Right, let's stick the components and armour on, and then I'll have a think about other things. Yeah, we're going to go straight into the... We don't need an RDF anymore. Armour limits, although it does come with a fair amount of armour already. So one thing I could do is I could lose this turret and get a secondary battery on this thing. That will make it a more balanced ship. But it is an assault battleship. I like the idea of just having a ship that doesn't need the secondary. Maybe we can fit some of those 4 inches on. Yeah, we can. Yeah, let's get some of the super long barreled 4-inch guns and just use them as a bit of deterrent. They're not going to do much, but they will help a little bit. Do you know what? No, I'm going overweight. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take these ones off for now. I'm going to get rid of that gun. We're going to go a little bit more restrained. So we'll keep the 4-inch, but we're just going to go A, B, X, Y, 16s. I think that better fits the displacement that we've got here. 18-inch on the turret face is honestly fine. We could go full 18. We could go like this. Deck armor is fine. And then what was I saying about 4-inch? If we could get it. %. Good drop range. A bit, because it is a battleship after all. Yeah, that's okay. That is essentially the same as the Tikau's, weirdly. It's like a modernized Tikau, but is actually cheaper. It's the same speed. Oh, we don't have the 8-inch guns, though, to be fair. Still, they'll be useful as a second line battleship. To, yeah, just kind of keep things sensible. The Y class. You know what? I don't hate the Y class. I think they'll be useful. And these are, I'm not gonna try and deploy them all in a big lump. Or maybe I should. They'll be useful for like invasion tonnage. I think mostly. Right, I'm gonna save them. I'm not going to overthink it. I mean, they are less than half the price of a Leviathan. And they are a modern battleship that I can pump out. They're not as fast as the purebreds. But they'll do fine. And I think we should get maybe 5 of them. And I will build these in Antwerp. And I will think of some names. There we go. If you're Dutch and these words are completely wrong, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, we'll basically try. Once we got the initial batch, we'll always have a Leviathan and we'll always have a Y class being built. The other thing I need to do is a whole bunch of refits, but we've only got 64,000 tons right now that is spare. So those will have to wait. We do still need to get radar 3, but I think that's the only other tech. So I'm just going to pop priority into rangefinders. We'll get the radar 3 and see what happens. Politics-wise, might end up on the war with Japan. That'd be interesting. Welcome back. It's sometime later. Nothing's happening. It's one in those interminable peace periods. We do have a few. Let's go by Battleship. So we have 3 Leviathans operational. Another one is commissioning, and I've started building a 5th. We're 9 months away from having the Y class finished, but I think we should start just doing a refit program, just going top to bottom in the list. Now that I have the radar 3. Now these ships were ones that I didn't do a I didn't refit their guns, but I think going from a Mark 3 to a Mark 5 is sufficiently significant that I should. Right, I'm going to take off all of those. We're going to rebuild. We're going to rebuild the ship, basically. Right. And we're going to rebuild it around the 7-inch triple. Get rid of that. Right. So previously we had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 guns. So we want at least the same again. Do I have any? Nope. I have all the good towers already. So we're going to do that. Even though that means they can no longer see out of the bridge. Superfire and Barbet medium. Is there a shorter one? I mean, there is, but don't think this one will work, will it? I love that one, but nope. The wide, just because it's slightly shorter. There. That works. Cool. And then at least they can just vaguely peer out of the bridge. And then we're going to want one on the rear. Hopefully this one works. It does. I'm assuming this one does not. No, it doesn't. Okay. That means I have spare space. These are not very fast ships. I would like to fix that if I can. Well, they're also using standard gear turbines. So gear turbines 2 at 27 knots. We're at 83. Diesels were at 81. Gas were at 86. So if I went diesels, how much could I push the speed? Whoa, I hit the limit right about there. Let's go 32 knots. It's the same speed as the the battleships now. Let's double check that it's still diesels. No, gas turbines are better. So yeah, we'll go gas turbine with the diesel electric auxiliary. So there's a very modern power plant on the ship. I'm wondering what to do with this space. This is where the Q turret was. I could shove a second funnel on to increase the range. What's their range at the moment? 36? Yeah, let's do that. I don't know, it might sound like a weird option to just put a second funnel on. But it is genuinely to boost the engine efficiency up and increase the range of the ship, whilst retaining the advantages of a gas turbine. Okay. Secondary guns. Quad 3? I mean, I could stick a little quad 3 there. I mean, that ain't scaring anybody, is it? But, you know, maybe against a destroyer or something. Have it as a chaser as well. Just some 3 inches. Because if we make them 78 caliber, they can shoot out to 12 kilometers, something like that, which is not too bad. Can I be really cheeky? No. Just wondering if I could be super cheeky. I wish I had more room at the front. But that'll have to do. Let's max out the layers, which is not something I've done already, which for some reason. Right, we definitely want a radar and a sonar. Autoloaders, electrohydro 2s, we can get rid of the RDF. TNT4, triple base. Top end armor. And then I think we're good. Nice little upgrade for the Den Adels. They go from okay cruisers to potentially very nasty ones. Only other thing is potentially lengthening the guns to 55s? Yeah, let's go 55s. Still a very good rate of fire. And they're just a little bit of extra range, so they can go out to 17 kilometers or so. Pretty significant refit, only 4 months. Oh, well, that's all right then. Sure, approved. I don't know if I can fit them all in, but I'll try. Wow, the game is going slow with the number of designs it has. They're not as fun as the previous version, but, you know, I think... What's the change in cost? Oh, basically doubled the price. Bloody hell. Oh, yeah, we can do that. 4 months. I'll let that complete, and then I'll see you for another round of refits. All right. Next up, it's these wards. They're going to be potentially tricky. We do have the sort of modern Tower 1. Could use that to replace the one with the built-in barbettes. Do we have any other secondaries? Yes, we do. Okay. So this is almost going to be a total rebuild. So let us have a look. We'll start off with steam, because these can already do 31 knots. So 88. Can I push you to 32? Then they'd be the same. Whoa, there's no point doing that. Bugger me. Okay. 88. 91. 87. Range 22.8 as opposed to 30. Might as well leave them on steam then. 1, 2. 4 triple base autoloaders, superior turret. Swap that for a Gen 3 radar. I already did the layers on this one, so it is a rebuild of the rest of the ship. Right. Do you know what? I'm going to take those 2-inch guns off. We're going to take all of that off, and we're going to put on the tall modern tower instead. In fact, they're going to end up looking very similar, I think. Maybe we use this one to put on the 777s. What are you doing, game? Oh, is that one slightly lower? Interesting. Doesn't look lower. It is. Huh, fascinating. Right. Sugar it forward just a little bit so the firing arc's a bit better. We want these to be... Oops, a daisy. The new 55 caliber weapon. Get rid of that. Get rid of all of this. Yeah, they're not... Oh, they are as good. Go like that. And then we should be able to do this. Oh, simple. Easy peasy. Right. Secondary 3-inch quads. No slots. 2-inch quads. 1. We can put them there. No, maybe we do stick with the 2 inches, but we go up to quad 2-inch. Some people are going to absolutely loathe a 2-inch quad being stuck on just here and there. It's basically an AA armament, isn't it? But you never know. The odd transport might wander into range. We get a lot of weight back for doing this. Can max out the range. No. Well, we can max out the range at least. I don't think there's anything else. We can put the RDF back on. Might as well. Increase that barbette armor. I think that's kind of all we need. Spacious crew quarters. And we're done. Alright. Decent upgrades for our 2 venerable light cruisers. Or light cruiser classes. Same deal. Refit these. And move on. Although I think the Y class will be finished soon. I can start building another one. I think the Y class will actually be quite useful for... Actually, no. I think what the Y class will be good at is replacing the battle cruisers in the main line, so that the battle cruisers can stay at home and look after, make sure we don't get blockaded. That might be a better option. Okay, oranges are next, but we've got a whole bunch of them, so I need a bit of spare capacity in the fleet, which I will have in 6 months' time. Good. All right. Well, see you in 6 months. Right. Next up are the oranges. They might also require a fairly extensive rebuild. I'm perfectly happy with a 30 knot speed. 88, 87. 87, might as well leave them on Steam then. We'll get them the fancy auxiliary. 1, 2. Breather anti-torp. Triple base. Autoloaders. Radar. I didn't max out their layers. Cool. Now, let's upgrade the guns. And deal with the consequences. None. I can just upgrade them in place. That's kind of cool. I could make them 55s, or I could just leave them as is. But they are an 8-inch cruiser. How many guns have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think we need more firepower on these. I could go bigger, but I think, you know... Oops, a daisy. Nothing wrong with an 8-incher. So we could go like this. And we could go like that. And then we replace the Q with a triple Q. Oh. Oh, yes. So now we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 8-inch guns. Well, that's quite spicy. I like that. The 2 inches, which are already quads. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. Well, we'll keep those. Can we make them longer? Yeah, 45s. Okay, cool. 4 months. We've got a bit of spare displacement. We'll give them spacious crew quarters. So these are very much for shooting up destroyers, like the odd light cruiser. They're not really designed to go up against other heavy cruisers, but that's fine, because we have a cruiser to do that. Right, refit all of them. Delete. Now the Pontiacs, 80,000 tons worth. Yeah, I can fit them in. We can do those as well. Right. Upgrade the gun mark. Oh yeah, this will be a much easier time of it. This is just fitting new systems to the ship, I think. All 3. So currently on steam at 99. Gas is 93. Is 109. So gas. Gas turbine ship. It gives me a lot of displacement back. Alright, we could probably go for the 55 caliber guns. Very nice. I mean... Still only twins. No. No point doing that. But what do we do with the extra displacement? Can we push speed? 34. 35. Ooh. 36. No. But we can do 35 knots. That's pretty nice. And clearly sets them out from the other two types of light cruiser. Good. They should be particularly good at hunting down enemy destroyers and the like. And yeah, I'll get those on the go. Right, next up, it's the Nordsees. These are my best ships. I'm assuming, given how fast they are, they're going to benefit from a gas turbine. Yes, they are. Very good, very good. I might make a copy of this so that I can make more light cruisers, because I think we're a little low on them. Get the Gen 3 radar, we'll get this, we'll get that. Ooh, Whoop. There we go. And we will upgrade the... Oh, wait, these are heavy cruisers, not light cruisers. I am talking rubbish. Ignore me. Okay. Yeah, that all looks fine and dandy. No problem at all. Can we make them... Yeah, I could make them 55s. There we go. Still got a good rate of fire. Solid cruiser. No problems at all. Cool. Well, I'll go get that done. And, well, I'll see you for the next refit, I guess. It was this ship I was thinking about. The William de Erst. So, we're going to go oil 3, 32 knots. I'm assuming we're going to go gas turbines because we're going to see if we can particularly push the speed to 36 knots. Ooh, that is a speedy boat. Very speedy. Auto to sonar. Take the RDF off. Upgrade the mark of the gun. %, overweight. They do have like maxed out range though. We could take that down a notch. Yeah, because these being like that is a very solid light cruiser. It's fast. It's really fast. It's got plenty of firepower. It's well protected. It's got all the toys. Yes, approved. And I'm also going to copy it and build some more, but I'll do that off camera. Okay. Next up, it's the Lynx. I'm assuming 99, 98. Okay, gas turbines. Dump that. Get that. We're a little teeny bit overweight. And dump some of the fuel. There we go. 1 month. Wow, that's super short. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to skip over the destroyers, which all need refits because they're all pretty similar. And they've all had pretty major refits. So I'll just do all that off camera. Okay, so we have most of our lighter ships refitted. I haven't done the Sunless or the Staten Generals. We will do that later. I am expanding out our cruiser force with the new Wilhelm Hendrik class. Which is just a copy of a previous class, so it's not very interesting. We've got Goliath and we've got Justavost under construction to fill out our capital ship division. I wish you could... I wish you had Hearts of Iron style serial production, because I might just keep these two, always keep one of these under construction, and maybe a destroyer. Just constantly have destroyers under production, but I tend to forget. I tend to forget about it and not remember. That's the problem. Anyway, all those refits will get done soon enough, but that's an awful lot of building for one episode, so I'm going to leave it here, because the next ship on the list to do, or the next ships, are the rockets. The Endrachts with their 14-inch guns, the Sneller Spears and the Staten Generals with their 11s. And by the time they're done, we should have the Mark 5 16-inch guns, which will allow me to do these and the Y class, potentially. And then once we get the Mark 5 18s, we'll do the Leviathan. And by that point, if I'm not in a war, I'm getting to the point where the campaign is best ended. But I would love to have a go at Greece or Britain. They've got huge fleets, but everybody loves me, apart from the Japanese. And every time the Japanese drop down like this, I go, yep, let's send them to war. And they go, nope. And they have barely any money. And I'm just waiting for the AI to finally get around to squashing them. But they still have South Hon. Like, the AI is really bad at squashing a country out of existence. So we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.